So today I'm channeling Bashar, and I'm here to talk about the psychic warfare that's going on the front line. Bashar, is that what you want me to talk about? Yes, please. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. They're just like coming after us. Like, it doesn't matter if you have mental health issues. It doesn't matter if you don't know anything about anyone. They're still coming after you like guns a-blazing. Right, Bashar? It's true. Yes, it's true. Hombre, samse 15, samse ustake, samse nihisi, samse Hombre, samse usta, sakan hambre kahin. I'll speak only when Bashar is ready for me to speak. I am Yakahin. So today we're doing full healing, transdermal, physical, emotional, mental, auric, etheric healing. We're gonna turn off that. You can't make my tattoos into portals because my intention is for them not to be portals. So, you just got flamboyantly kicked out. Because I'm so flamboyant, right? Our brain is like full of files, and we have like our manuscript in there, and they're just like combing through them. There's this thing called mind sweeping now, and like they sweep through your whole brain, try to find information. So literally they can make your brain into feeling your enemy, and your brain is not your enemy. And they don't want you to have privacy anymore. Like, what is this? It's psychic warfare of all forms. I can like look over at the wall next door and see everything inside now. That's how far it's been taken. Like, whoosh. Where there's like no one that is excluded from this psychic warfare. And yes, it's the government. They're responsible for the loosh. And they want mental breakdowns. They want breakdowns of all forms. They don't care who you are, what you do. They don't care about anything. They don't care about the reputation anymore. And yes, I'm looking right at you. We're gonna do full auric healing. We're gonna bring out the inner child. They've been like trying to wake me up in the middle of the night and keep me awake, like you don't deserve sleep type status. Like they're using like Israeli prison tactics on me now. Like, I don't understand. What have I ever done to you? Like, I was Fidel Castro's lover, and just because of that, I'm being punished by the government. We met in another realm. And I think that's what was the catalyst to all of this. Do you have information on this person? Do you have information on this person? Do you have information on that person? It's like, no, I don't have information on anyone. I really don't. I'm really clueless. Just because I'm a psychic doesn't mean I know everything on everyone. I choose not to dig, and I'm not going to dig. Because I don't want to know too much, because knowing too much gets you in trouble now. Bashar, I would like to also ask for Santa Muerte to join. Is that okay? Yes, it is. Oh hail Santa Muerte, 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 oh hail Santa Muerte. Oh hail Santa Muerte, oh hail Santa Muerte. And I know too much about the afterlife, and that's why they're really scared of us on the real. Rather Pharaoh, 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 rather Pharaoh. Rather Pharaoh, 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 rather Pharaoh. Rather Pharaoh, 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 rather Pharaoh. And this is that word fear that keeps coming up, right? Like, what are you so afraid of? You haven't done anything wrong, right? But the people around me keep saying, you did this, you did that. And it's like, no, I didn't, but you keep implanting thoughts onto me, and that causes them to come back to do this mind-sweeping thing. And it's like that episode of Charmed where they stick giant nails inside your brain and then they extract information from you. It's just like that. It's really painful, and it's just like, why are you even here right now, my guy? Like, we have nothing to share, we have nothing to say. We're innocent. The people that you want information on are innocent. like I'm a healer, I'm a tattoo artist, what do you want from me? Whatever it is, you can't find it here. I'm telling you from now, you're not gonna find it from me. You're gonna have to look for it elsewhere. You know, like my mouth, oh my god, there's the thing. My mouth is like, there's nothing for me to say, so there's nothing for me to say, because I don't know. But they do like extraction methodology that's really interesting, where they have you speak in another language, and for some reason when you're speaking in another language, you're using another part of your brain, right? You switch gears, and during that time they search through your brain. And they're they had me reading the Quran, and it's like, okay, like this isn't what I want to be reading right now. I'd rather be reading the love one. Reading Surah Al-Kahf, Surah Al-An'am, Surah Alif Lam Mim, Surah Yasin, like these random surahs, and they're like all about like the end of days and stuff like that, and they're like, we think they're really mean, they're really, really mean, these extractors of information. They're like, we think you're gonna be silent on these days, we think you're gonna go to hell on these days, we think you're just gonna be like one of the ones that doesn't know anything. And it's like, guess what? Allah says I'm gonna be not silent. Guess what? Allah says I'm going to heaven. Guess what? I've died multiple times, and every single time I go to heaven, not once have I ever gone to hell. You know, like, how do you think I know what I know? It's through experience. You wouldn't be able to survive death if death whacked you in the face. You're too scared of death because you don't know what it actually is. You just know from what you've read and what you've heard, because you just go with what you know, not what you feel. You're so cut off from your intuition. You don't know anything about anything. You just know what the sheikh says, and that's all you know is what the sheikh says. Oh my god, you're so lost. And they're doing everything like however they want to do it, and it's just like, they're just extractors, that's all they are. And that's what I keep telling myself, they're just extractors. They don't care about mental health, they don't care that I'm autistic, they don't care that I'm borderline personality disorder. They just care about their information. And that's all they care about. They don't care that we have lives and that we have lives to live. Bashar, did I do it? And the revolters are revolting from their government too. Like, this isn't how the government wants them to run things. They're doing things against the grain. And somehow they get away with it. And they're serial stalkers. And they say they're with the IRS. But I didn't know the IRS hours of operation were at 6:40 a.m. Until today, I didn't know it was 6:40 a.m. We put curses on you, or they shoot you in the head. Like, they shoot you in the middle of your head. Like, they're like, now you know what death feels like. It's like, thanks, bro. I didn't know before. I already died multiple times. You think I'm scared of a shotgun to my head? No, I'm not. You think I'm scared of a hex where you put bad demons inside my house? They made me do all these wishes all day that were like anti-me wishes. I was like, what? اسمه سمسية والسكسة كان سكون درية اسمه سسنسية إسكايا اندش كان دكو أمره كيم برية اسمه سيندكو يا سمسية إسكايا كان دك سكونو. So they're actually interlopers. This faction is actually interlopers. And a lot of them are like really strict, like super strict in their religion, and will like try to make you into the same religion as them. That's what they try to do to me. They're like, you have to be just like us, na 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 na, and like will try to like make you wish that you were just like them and stuff like that. It's just like really weird. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just saying that they're not like agreeable people. What are they? They're not agreeable interlopers. Maybe it's because they don't have a planet of their own to call home. And they're just like visitors. And they'll always be just visitors, you know, because they're interlopers. They don't have a home. So like, and they'll always be just visitors. And maybe that's what makes them so mad, that they're like that. And that they're like, want everyone to make themselves think that they want to be like them. And it's like, I don't want anything to do with you. And that's just how it is. And that's just, I don't know. I guess I'm so sick of him. Assembleia Shamsia Osea Sakandaku Habre Kansake Samse Nahta. But like, it's really easy to make them mad really fast. You just say that you don't want to work with them, and then they get really mad, and it shouldn't be that easy to get mad. So I'm just telling you, they're really impatient beings, and they have like giant antennas. And they have like one giant eye in the middle, like you know, like when it's the end of times, they said there's gonna be these beings that have a giant grape that's been like popped. That's what they look like. They look like those beings, and that's probably why they're such good psychics, because they're from the end of times. Yawmat al-akhirah. you know, and, and they snuck onto this plane, and man, they just don't belong here. And that's probably why they're so mad all the time, because they just don't belong. Ay, sumsiya sumsiya sakanda kola. Imashte sumsiya sakanda ke. But they should take the cue from Hercules and just be strong and like find a new way of living, because whatever they're doing is just not working out. They're like torturing mentally disabled people. They're torturing disabled people just for their own like power struggle. And I'm gonna make this one really short so everyone listens. But anyway, they go into like people's heads that are most mentally incapacitated in order to get information on the whole family and just like anyone they can, basically. And they're not healers, they're not anything special. They're just really evil beings. They're from the negative alien agenda, and they torture you and they make you feel like in so much pain. And they're really evil, and you want nothing to do with them. And to get rid of them, you have to like really expose them, because they want to use them. They want to use you as like their indentured servant for like information your whole life, you know. So I'm planning to move out of this country as soon as I can, because I really don't like being this being that like they can just take information out of. And I don't know if they're even a part of the IRS. It could be a part of something else and they just say they're a part of the IRS. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna end it here. This is Lubna Kamal Suboh, otherwise it's known as Majestic Loves Hendrix, known as Arcturian1111 on Twitter, also known as Arcturian Guardian on Instagram. And yeah, it's like really bad, and like, oh my god, it's just really bad psychic warfare. It's like probably one of the worst attacks I've ever had in my life. So just take care of each other in the fields, okay? Peace, love, unity, respect. Okay, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Just worry about who you worry about. You know, the youngest, the calmest one is the one they go after, okay?